Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be cash stuffing the last two paychecks, I believe, from March. So I am combining two paychecks and I am minusing like my groceries, my gas, my eating out, and household money because that has long passed and I procrastinated in making this video. So I'm only gonna stick to my bills and not so much like my wallet because gas and groceries, that has already been dealt with. I already purchased like everything that I needed to purchase. Okay, so I have my cash here and yeah, so let's start counting. By the way, I am super excited because I finally got my new envelopes. But I'm just gonna wait for the next video in order for me to set it up and start showing you guys my new envelopes and my new binder. So I am super duper excited for that. Okay, so today I will be cash stuffing 880. So I have 200, 51, 52, 250, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 3. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I have a total of $880 here. All right, so like I said, I'm skipping my wallet because I have already spent that money. So I'm starting off with my brown binder. All right, so I am starting off with cart maintenance, and cart maintenance will be getting $40. So 20 and a 40. Okay, so in cart maintenance, I now have 50, 70, 90, 95, and 100. So I need to pay myself back for this envelope exactly $233 because my car battery actually was dying, or the battery was low. I was at work when this happened. I was during my lunch break. Everything happened during my lunch break, and I was trying. So usually during my lunch break, I park like under the shade so that way I can relax, eat my food. And then by the time I tried turning back my car on, it would not start. So I was freaking out. I googled it. So long story short, by the time I tried turning back the car on, it would not turn on. So luckily one of my coworkers had a battery charger, which that helped me, and then I ended up getting a new battery. So that was an unexpected bill and I'm very bummed, but luckily I did have the money for it and I was able to get myself a new battery. Now I just need to pay myself back for that. So that was some fun stuff. Okay, next is going to be for birthdays, and birthdays gets $15, so 10 and a 5. So in birthdays, I now have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, and $80. Okay, next is going to be for clothes, and clothes gets 25, so 20 and a 5. So clothes now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, and 130. Okay, next is for my car bill. So this will be getting $220. All right, so in here I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 550, 570, 590, and 610. So this is my full payment for the month of April. Yes, April. Nothing in vacation. Next is going to be for my son, and he gets $50. So my son's envelope, he now has 1, 200, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, and 5. So a total of $365. Next is for life insurance. Life insurance gets 10, and it has 10 and 5, so 15. And that is all that this one has. Next is going to be for my school and credit card debt. So in this one, I'm going to be putting in 35, so 20, 10, and a 5. Okay, so in here I now have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 80, 90, and 200. Next is for my gas and light bill, and this gets $40. Okay, so this now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, and 30. So a total of $130. Next is for my phone and internet bill. So this gets $70, so 50 and a 20. Okay, so in this envelope I now have 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 30, 50, 70, 80, and 90. I have a total of $290. All right, and next is for my parents, and they get $140, so 140. Oops. Okay, so in here it now has 1, 2, 300, 350, 370, 390, 400, so a total of $400. All right. Next is for my dog, and he gets 15. So a 10 and a 5. So in here he now has 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, and 10. So a total of 110. Okay, and lastly is going to be for my envelope, and I get $20. And this is mainly because the Happy Planner had a sale going on, so I ended up purchasing 3 sticker books, so I am super excited for that. So this is what this envelope is for. Okay, and that is it for my brown binder. Next, I will be moving on to my gray binder. Okay, so in here I will be stuffing, I'm skipping coffee. I'm moving on to Serenity. And I forgot to grab my markers. Okay, so for Serenity, I will be adding $15. So I can start coloring one of these. Okay. All right, so I'll add 10 and 5. Okay, so in Serenity, I now have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and $65. And then I'll just update these trackers after the video. Next will be for Beauty, and Beauty gets $30. So each one of these little beauty sponges is worth 10. So I will color 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Don't mind my coloring. I'm just trying to get this going. Okay. So I will be adding $30, so oops, 20 and a 10. Okay, so in Beauty, I now have 20, 40, 50, 60, and $70. Okay, I write down. Okay, next is for Halloween, and Halloween will be getting $15. So let me grab my gray one. So actually, I have 20. Yes, okay. So I will be coloring a little ghost. All right, so a 10 and a 5. So in here, I now have 10, 20, 30, 35, and $40. Okay, and next is going to be for fall. So fall will be getting $13, and I get to color one more of these. More. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, so I have $35 in here. Okay, and lastly is going to be for Christmas, and Christmas gets $25, which I get to color in one of these little trees. Okay, so in Christmas, I now have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, and $75. Ouch. Okay. And next, we're moving on to my emergency. Emergency gets 20. So in emergency, I now have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, and 82. Next is going to be for medical, and medical gets $2. So 1 and 2. So in medical, I now have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, and 47. Next is going to be for my savings challenge, and this gets 55. So 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so in my savings challenge, I now have 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a total of 155, which is awesome, which means I have completed my first little diamond, and this is from Pink X Budgets. I don't think her shop is open anymore. I believe she was like one of the first YouTubers or cash stuffer influencers. So yeah, I finally got to do 155, and now I get to color in scratch another one. So let me scratch it off. Okay, so I got to do 150 for the next one. Okay, and lastly, I will be stuffing my home. This is for my future home envelope, so I will be stuffing the remaining 25. Okay, so in this envelope I now have 20, 25, 30, 35, and $40. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Okay guys, so I had to go into my wallet and grab this $20 star note that I had gotten about a couple days ago. So I am super excited. I get to add this one into my collection. So if you guys don't know what to start or how this started, is because Aya plans. She started doing these little star notes, and usually some of the bills, instead of a star note, they have like a little letter, but these have star notes. I believe it means, I forgot, but I believe it's because they did like an error on that bill, so they replaced it with a star. But yeah, I just thought it was like super cool. So I'm starting to collect these thanks to Aya plans, and plus it's an extra fun way to save extra money, so why not? Alright guys, so that completes today's video. If you guys stayed till the very end, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys my new envelopes and my new binders. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a great weekend, a safe one too, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.